Hello, my name is Al Start, and I wanted to talk to you today if you're thinking of building yourself a soundproof studio. That is exactly what I've done. I'm sitting in my studio right now. It is currently just the start of 2023, and I started building my studio after the summer in September 2022. And I moved in November. So it's quite new and it's very exciting. The reason I wanted to make this film is because when I started looking into it, just like you probably, you're thinking of working from home. Maybe you've got a little bit of garden that you don't use as much as you thought you did. And you're thinking, since COVID, maybe working at home is a better solution. I did hours and hours and hours and hours of research. I went to YouTube, just like you have, and I watched a lot of sweaty men in vests doing a lot of lagging and soundproofing in their lofts, soundproofing rooms, building garages, and doing a lot of very hardcore building type stuff. And some of the videos were fantastic. I will list some that were really inspirational. I've came across a lot of really great people making very, very helpful videos, but I also I had to wade through a lot of videos, some that are quite old as well, and because I'm based in the UK, I wanted something with measurements that I could understand. A lot of the videos are American, but I wanted to wait until it was finished and make sure that it all worked before I put the video up, because some of the videos I watched, I never got to see the finished thing. People are showing step by step how they do it, and then they run out of time or they don't upload the last video. So what follows is some photos, a bit of video footage, but basically everything you need to make a soundproof studio. Now, the word soundproof can be interpreted in different ways. Obviously, there's different levels of soundproof. Now, I don't play the drums, and I'm not intending to have drums in here. What I do is I mix music, I make tracks, I play my acoustic instruments, I play a little bit of electric and bass and that sort of thing. So I'm more of a sort of a writer, a producer. I wanted a space where I could do all of that and not be bothered by outside noise, because probably like you, I've been renting kind of office spaces and adapting other spaces, working in my spare room, all that sort of thing. Got a doorbell. Yeah, I was always sort of stressing out, I'd be halfway through a vocal take or something like that, and someone would start strimming outside, or somebody upstairs be scraping chairs. I was just at the mercy of other people. Yeah, and paying other people rent as well. So what I've ended up with is a space that really suits me. I don't get any outside noise coming in now, so I can really focus and concentrate and do my thing, do my music, do my recording. That has worked brilliantly. I think if I turned things up really full and went and stood outside, I'd be able to hear a little bit when I was standing outside my studio. Because I've opted for a window, because I wanted a space that would be able to be future-proof. So, if I move house at some point and someone wants to take this, I didn't want to sort of create a kind of a man cave with like one tiny window or prison bars. I wanted it to be able to be a sort of a functional space that somebody could use this as their home office, or even a spare bedroom. It would work perfectly well as that as well. Now, I haven't got a very long garden at all. I'll show you in the pictures, but because it's at the end of my garden, it's at the end of everyone else's gardens as well. There's nobody around me to bother. So my version of soundproofing is I feel completely free to be able to play and mix and play music. I could come in here at night and I could work through the night, and I know I wouldn't be bothering anybody at all, and no one would bother me. So it's perfect for that. Budget was 20 grand. I decided to get a loan out, pay it back over 5 years, and it worked out to, I think it's about £360 a month to repay it, with a little bit of interest. And that was kind of pretty much what I was paying for my rent for my office space. So I figured this way, instead of paying rent, I would be paying back the loan each month, and then at the end of 5 years it's mine to keep. No rent to pay. So video 2 will be my plans and my ideas and step by step how I did it. Hi. It's really nice because I'm close enough to the house to be able to see my daughter, who is staring at me out of her bedroom window at the moment. Great. So, all right. Yeah, see you in the next video.